background from when I met Jenn on our afternoon, these calls, when you're in these groups that you don't even know people, and they have these calls, you join in, and there's that person there that kind of excites you a little bit, is different than you, but truly meaningful and adds value. And that was a little bit of Jenn to me. So I'm so excited to hear her speak tonight. I caught a couple cool pictures of Jenn on our trip last year that I sent her, that she's just different, fun, energetic, young, a dog mom. But I'm going to let you really quick, Ashley, go into that. But I want to thank Jenn for being on this call tonight. I think it's exciting, a little bit different and fun. Let me see if I can. So before we continue, thank you, Jenn. Okay, look at this board. How cool. January, right? We all talk about January being, the month that everybody goes wild, right? We work October, November, December for January. Look at the board. It's beautiful, right? This Key Perry, my God, 21 Success Club points, 131 lives touched this month. It's incredible. So in the past, these calls, we always say these numbers. Should I go down the list? Key Perry, Amanda, Christine, Desiree, Trisha, Christy, Kristen, Jennifer, Danielle, Jennifer, Ashley, Katie, Dana, Alicia, Shannon, Jennifer, Julie, Heather, Tawny, Jen, Mary, Melissa, Joseph, Trudy, Kayla, Lisa, Sharon, Beltlana, and Carrie. Let me see if my board is, and Dawn. Okay, so really great work. 131 lives touched this month from you just doing what we do. So pretty awesome list of people, of numbers. We try not to focus in on the numbers. We focus in on changing lives. And well done, girls, guys. Okay. We have a few new coaches to our team, and I'm happy to say a few are on my downline. So Susan Duder, welcome. Joe Cooney, David Young, Patrick O'Brien, and Bridget Valgenti. Look at guys and girls on that. Welcome to the team. I can't wait to see where this is going to take you into the new year. First quarter of 2017, pretty awesome. So welcome. Use these calls to help you project your business forward, align yourself with some fantastic people, and have fun. And that's what it's all about, right? Okay. We have, look at that, Emerald for the nice Irish girl, Colleen Maloney, right? Emerald, you know what, Dana, do you want to say a few words about shouting Colleen out?
Well, first I want to apologize, Colleen, because this should have been on last week's call, and I overlooked it, so I apologize. But well done, congratulations. I know this was a lot of work for you, and you worked hard and had a couple of missteps getting there, but you made it, so awesome job and congratulations.
I just have to say, January of last year, we were at Super Saturday in a different venue that we had normally been to. It was 5 o'clock on a Saturday night in Central Jersey, and in this fitness type indoor soccer arena type thing. And I see this very pregnant woman a few lines above me, by herself, pregnant, and I get a text message from Trudy Lineski saying, if you see my girl, you can't miss her. She's pregnant. She's there. And of course, I'm staring at this girl, and of course I run over. So I love the opportunity that I met this, did full hour workout, and probably, Dana, would you say 8, 7, 9-ish months pregnant?
I was due 4 weeks later.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was what, like a month or so behind you, and I was telling you to stop. I'm like, cut it out. You're gonna have this baby right here.
I have C-sections. Don't worry.
I thought it was pretty cool that Trudy calls me, and I'm looking at this girl like, this girl's like here, pregnant, very pregnant. And Trudy's like, find my girl. So I loved meeting you that day, Colleen. Well done. Congrats. Okay, Dana, you're on again.
All right, so recognition this week, we want to shout out Erica and Danielle. Erica McCarthy, and Danielle, like I said, Danielle Shabronsky. These two, I don't know if you guys saw, but Beachbody was looking for men to take part in their new nutrition and fitness program. It was going to be a huge dedication on anyone who was accepted into the group's part. I think it's 6 months, Erica, I see on there, clean eating, right? I mean, I don't know all the details. Huge dedication, and they both went very much outside of their comfort zone, went into the city, had to do like video and photo shoots, just wearing like sports bras and shorts, right, Erica?
Yeah, they tried to get me in a bikini. It didn't work. I tried. I put it on, and then I was like, "You've got to be kidding!"
Not only
so small.
Oh my God.
So I put on a sports bra, and then they gave me the tiniest shorts.
But not only did both these women go on their own into the city to try out for this program, but they've both been accepted into the test group and will be taking part in doing this along with Beachbody. And I know it's a big sacrifice on their end. I know it's extremely out of both of their comfort zone. And I just want to give a big shout out to both of them for seizing the opportunity, really. I mean, it's an opportunity, and you guys definitely went in and seized it. And I'm really proud, and I'm excited, and I cannot wait to see what it's all about, and, you know, have you guys share the secrets with us and see what goes on for you. Like, I think it's just very exciting. So awesome.
People dream of that,
Yeah.
of that opportunity.
I feel like I'm dreaming. It's crazy.
Enjoy it. That's so flipping cool.
Good
Good job, girls.
And then real quick, before we move on from recognition, I had a last minute name thrown in. A big shout out to Rebecca High, for selling her first BOG challenge pack. So awesome job.
Awesome. Let me Ashley, do you want me to stop screen sharing, or should I go back to the slide?
Is that the end?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can. Perfect.
Sorry, I just noted, I'm looking to see if Jen is on here because she messaged me for a link.
Yeah, she's on. I sent it to her. I thought you sent it to her. So I was like, sorry. Like 1 minute.
I fleeked out today.
Sorry.
This is what happens.
So I am so excited to bring Jen on our call. And I said it earlier in our team page that Jen is a diamond coach from Nikki Minton's upline. So I'm so excited and honored that she hosted our call, and I asked in the diamond page if anybody would swap our calls, and she was the first one to say yes. So I'm just so thankful and honored that you took the time out of your schedule to hop on our team call and share with us your big aha moments that you're going through right now. And Jen is a lifetime 1-star diamond. She is a Success Club 5 All-Star legend. She has been a coach for 33 months, so basically she has hit Success Club 5 every single month since she's been a coach. So I know today I talked in our team page and kind of went on a little rant about longevity and long-term and building a strong foundation and being here for the long run. And Jen is just the perfect example of that, of how you can build a strong foundation that's going to withstand these ups and downs of the business. And you're still going to be making income. You're still going to be excited. You're still going to be passionate about what you're doing. So, Jen, I'm so thankful that you took the time of your Monday night to hop on a call with us. And Jen is going to share her big aha moments that she's had recently about being intentional with everything you do. I think that's what you said, right?
Yes. Thank you guys for having me. I'm so excited to be here. I see a lot of familiar faces, which is cool because sometimes when you do these things, you get so nervous. But I'm pretty sure I've probably seen some of you guys in their Rank the Bank group or whatever that we did a while back. So anyways, just a little bit about me. Like Ashley said, I joined as a coach in May 2014. So it's been 33 months since I've been a coach. And just like I heard something a couple weeks ago at a Super Saturday training where the girl said that she was one of Melanie Mitro's coaches, and she said that she thought it was like a rule to hit Success Club. Like she thought Melanie was going to fire her if she didn't hit Success Club. So she said, to help 3 people in a month, every month. So that's what she did. So for me, when I joined, my coach is not super active in the business. So Nikki was initially my mentor from the jump. And Nikki told me the same thing. You need to help 3 people every month. Like that's your focus. And that's what I did. I have a huge personality. So like it takes a lot to get me out of my comfort zone. So I just dove right into coaching when I joined. And it's been a wild ride since last year. We were in the middle of building our brand new house. And I lost my job. Thank God for Beachbody that I was doing this as a side gig because it led into me now being able to do this full time and kind of on my own terms, which is freaking amazing. But so here we are now. And I am last year was a rough year for me. I know for whatever reason, it seemed like 2016 was the year of like funk for a lot of people. My dad passed away last month, but I don't say this in a way to sound blunt, but I tell this to my coaches all the time because I hear a lot of excuses. I hit Success Club the month my dad passed away. So I did let life get away in the sense, but I lacked on some goals last year, but like Ashley said, I never slipped with my business because honestly, my business is probably what kept me sane last year. And probably it helped me. I tell Lacey all the time that it helped me get through a lot of, I wouldn't have handled what happened to me. I wouldn't have handled it the way that I did without Beachbody because I would come in here and just dive right into my business. And it was like, I know a lot of new coaches see this as so overwhelming and it stresses them out. I see this as like my stress relief, like I do with my workouts. And this to me was just, if I didn't have Beachbody, when I went through all that, I watched my dad sick for 4 months and then he passed away. And it was just like watching just spiral out of control. And if it wasn't for Beachbody, I would have not handled it the way that I did. So that's just a little bit about me. So this year was like huge for me. When 2017 hit, I went to Melanie's training, and a huge thing was that I took away from that. Every time I leave a training, I always take away some kind of, I try to take one thing away from everything that I have put into my brain. And it was action for me was a huge thing that I took away from Melanie's training that she did. And I said to myself, and it was so true, and I think we've all been there, we get all this information and then we get all these plans and we make all these plans and then we do nothing with them. I have notebooks full of crap that I just have never done anything, and I have all these plans. So that was my plan this year, was to do action and actually don't have just a plan, make it and put it into action. So I came up with a little thing where I chose one word to describe my whole entire year. And that was a huge like aha moment for me, because for me, I'm very competitive with myself. So my word for the year, I made a post about it, about be intentional. And that is my word for the year and my theme of this year. And being intentional with every single thing that I do is huge for me. And that is my main focus this year. So where I just wanted to, that's the theme of this, like, being intentional and adding value, because it will take your business in just a month's time, a little over a month's time. I'm actually being intentional and I can see the reward. I'm already at Success Club 5, and it's the 6th of the month. And I just am being super intentional with my team, what I'm doing. So I just have some tips for you guys. I've got 7 tips. I'm going to go through, just give you them first, and then we can talk about them, because I don't want to overwhelm you. So like I said, some of this stuff may be repeat, but it was just, I know for me, I was just talking to my success partner, sometimes hearing it from someone else, it kind of resonates and it sits better. I know for me it does. So this may not be new info to some, but for me, it's like not a normal thing to be intentional and like put things into action. So thanks to PD and like sitting down and actually focusing on things, a huge plan was to get organized this year. And I have done that by being intentional. So living life and just running your business with intention makes everything make more sense. And I'm just seeing that within like 30 some days of doing this. So pay attention. And we're going to, like I said, 7 things I'm going to go over with you guys, and then we'll talk about them. So the first one we're going to talk about, first on the list is going to be being more intentional creates more time and less stress. Number 2 will be intention cuts out the trying to convince people to buy things or feeling like you're being salesy. I've been hearing a lot lately that people are leaving the business because they feel like they have to convince people to buy things. Whatever. Number 3, make it so that no action that you do is an accident. Number 4, take time to analyze and plan ahead. I know that sounds crazy because to me, I'm just like, I'm lucky I'm getting through the day, but okay. Number 5, paying attention. This one is going to be like huge. Number 6, being intentional with social media. Social media is the bread and butter of our business, you guys. You know that no matter what outlet you use, if it wasn't for social media, we would probably not exist. Number 7 is if you're not good at something but wish you were, learn it. Okay, so number 1, I'm going to go off my notes because if I don't, I will ramble, you guys. I am a babbler to the end of the world. Okay, so being more intentional creates more time and less stress. We all are busy, right? Every single one of you on this call is probably a mom. You have full-time jobs. You're busy. We're all busy. That's not really an excuse because you can fit your work in pockets of time here and there. We don't have to make this difficult. But being intentional with your time, say, like I did a call 2 weeks ago with my team that was about working in their pockets. I had a coach that was ready to quit because she thought this was too much for her. And we did this call about working in the pockets, and she said that was like aha to me. Like she sat down, she wrote out what her days look like, and she found ways, whether it was 15 minutes here and 30 minutes here, to work her business. So she was intentional with that, of figuring out, because she loved it, but she was ready to quit because it was stressing her out and she just didn't have the time. But she did have the time, she just wasn't using her time wisely. So when you figure that out and you start to work in those small little pockets of time, you know, you're creating more time for you to be creative with, you know, whatever you're doing in your business, whether it's creating new coach camps or creating new content for your coach invites, whatever it is. And you're spending less time when you're planning that way and you have a certain set time when you're working your business, you're creating less of a scrambling all over the place. Because I'll tell you right now, everybody on this call can probably raise their hand that they know when it's the end of the month and somebody is struggling to hit Success Club. The posts are like all over the place and they're like, here's 3, I just need 3 more people and I'm giving away this and I'm giving, and it's just scrambled. You can tell that it's, you know, not planned out. They didn't plan their month. And it's last minute. And I don't like waiting to the last minute. It sucks waiting to the last minute for Success Club. So planning ahead and, you know, having your post of what you're going to post is great. Whether it is groups or whatever it is you're planning, you're leaving more room for other things. So that's just for me. Like I said, I have been really intentional with trying to figure out, like, I have a calendar, which I never had. And it has literally everything written down, whether it's one-on-one calls, whatever it is, broken down to, so I know exactly what I'm doing. And I have my whole entire schedule planned until March with team calls, one-on-one calls, when groups are starting, sneak peeks, what workout programs I'm doing, and all that stuff, because you have to plan ahead for that stuff so that you're not just flying all over the place and scrambling. Because if you are chaotic in your life, it's going to come across in your posts and on your social media and when you're talking to people, and nobody likes chaos. So steer away from that. That's why this is huge. Okay, so number 2, intention cuts out the trying to convince people or that salesy feeling. We've all started out saying this, like, oh, I don't want to sell things to people, and I don't want to, that's a sleazy feeling to me. And somebody asked me to work at Verizon like 10 years ago, and I was like, no, because I will fail like really hard at that, because I couldn't sell you a piece of gum if I tried. Honestly, it's not about selling, and anybody who thinks that, it's not going to work for you if you have that mindset. And I want you guys to know that being intentional with this whole salesy thing and trying to convince people is the only intention there is just to be genuine when you're doing it. Have the real, I was just saying to my success partner, like, it drives me insane sometimes when coaches say, well, I just want to help people. Well, everybody wants to help people. That's our job, is to help people. There is something behind you pushing you to want to help people. I am not afraid to say that I'm a money motivated person. That does not, this is my job. So for me, that's not, I'm not afraid to say that. So I go into that with all intentions, and I have 100% belief in our products. So to me, I don't feel like I'm selling anything to anybody. I'm sharing it just like I would share this bottle of water or lotion, whatever it is. So and don't just, comparison's a huge game. Don't post something because Ashley posted, or because Ashley's talking about the sneak peek today, you need to talk about the sneak peek today, or, the challenge group, or, oh my God, that person posted about the Court of Force and they're hosting a court. Do not do that. Just know what you want to talk about and what you want to share, and have that, planned out of, like I said, you don't want to just do it because, like, whatever Ashley is saying is not going to come across with what somebody else, what is going to come out of your mouth, unless you guys are like clones of each other. It's just not. Like, I have a friend that I feel so bad for her. She makes these like amazing posts, and she just did it today, and her coaches on her team took the exact thing and made the exact same post. And it just, like, she gets so frustrated because it's like, she's like, I just want to take mine down, because it's going to be like, you're going to see the same thing 3 times in a row. But, that's the thing with, I'm saying, like, posting with intention. Just because she posted about that does not mean they need to. And they may not be, that's not how they normally talk. So when they post it, that comes off as salesy, and like, you're trying to get them to join something because you want them to buy something from you. So when you're thinking about your posts and stuff, just be intentional with what you're doing. Don't be afraid, and do not, like, and one thing I'm huge on is stock photos. I wish we could just do away with those things because they're hideous. But just think about what you would want to see on social media. I said this, I think, on a call a while back. A girl had friend requested me. I didn't know her. I accepted her. And within 5 minutes, I went to her page because I didn't know her. And it was nothing but graphics of, like, it works and all this stuff. And I was like, okay, yeah, we're not going to be friends, because it was just like, so not, even if I wanted it works, I was so turned off by her Facebook page, because it was like, you could instantly see that she was trying to sell somebody something. She was not. There was no selfies of her. There wasn't pictures with her family or her dogs or her kids, nothing. So for me, I'm thinking about, what do I want to see when I go to somebody's page, and who do I want to attract? If I just want to attract people to buy things off me, then go ahead and share those stock photos. But if you want to attract genuine people that are going to fall in love with our products and fall in love and then become a coach, then that you need to be intentional with what you're posting. And it doesn't have to be constantly Beachbody. You just have to have a balance, but I'll talk about that with the social media stuff. So just think about that. Think about what you would want to see when you're posting. Don't make it about just because somebody else is posting this and that person posted that. I have a coach that's like a total introvert, and she would never post what I posted today, but she asked me if she could share it because my post got 150 likes and all these comments. And I'm like, sure, go for it. But I don't know that you are going to attract the same type of people, because I've been promoting self-love like there's been no other since the beginning of January. But if you think that's going to get you traction, whatever. But so that's what I'm saying. She did it because she's seen that I was getting a lot of traction or whatever. Don't do it that way. Do it in a way that it's intentional to the people you want to attract and what your, brand is. So number 3, make it so that no action is an accident. And honestly, that is just so true. Like you didn't just, don't make it so you make a great post and it's like you just make it a half-ass post per se. Sorry for the swear words. But so you make a half-ass post and then it blows up. Don't do that. Have every single thing that you post on Facebook, post it with intention. I will say this right now. Every other day, there's a picture of my dog on my Facebook, whether he's sleeping, whether he's licking me in the face, whatever it is, there's a picture because people love him and people want to see him. They don't care about me. They would prefer to see him. So, I got called out in PetSmart one day because I was yelling at him and some lady recognized us in PetSmart. It was kind of embarrassing. So I just don't make it an accident. I make it a point every other day that there's a picture of him or, I never make a post that doesn't have some form of intention behind it. And I know a lot of you may think like intentions might be a bad thing. Intention is a good thing if you have good intentions. And for me, if I'm making a post about Shakeology, you will not see my Shakeology on the front of it because I don't want people to know what it is. I made a post the other day about, I want them to ask me what it is. I see some faces like, why not? I made a post the other day about a Shakeology bowl that I had made that was like the most beautiful thing that I was like proud of myself. It was total Pinterest win there. And every single person, I just made it very bland post about how it was a late night snack, but it was like a dessert. 20 people asked me what it was. And there was my chance to say and have a conversation with them. Oh, this is the superfood, health shake that I drink every day. And that's exactly why I do not ever share my Shakeology when I'm taking a picture of it. You will never see because everybody out on Facebook has already seen the Shakeology mark. And when they see that, that is the brand to say, bye, I'm not going to have talks with you. So for me, that's just the kind of thing. That's an intentional thing that I do when I make posts like that. I talk about coaching. I make it a point to talk about coaching. And if you follow any top coach, they talk about coaching almost every single day, if not every single post they make. So don't make posts just by accident or just because I know you've probably heard this 50 million times in your coach camps and stuff. Don't just post a post. Post with intention. Don't let it be, an action that you're posting and it's, oh, well, I did that and it turned out great. That's great if that happens, but most of the time that's not going to happen. And like I said about the top coaches, when you guys follow them, it may seem honestly like they have their shit together and they are like, people just come to them and all this stuff. They work for that. Melanie Mitro did not just fly into the top coach spot 3 times without doing some kind of work. Sure, she has an amazing team under her, but she works or she wouldn't be where she is. So, don't look at them and just think that you're just going to have this great business when you get to a certain point. Every day, and I say this all the time to my team, that you'll see a lot of people falling off and things like that. And it's because a lot of people say that this is hard. Coaching is too hard. I'm hearing a lot of that lately. These other things are easy. Coaching is not hard. It's just heart work, and people don't have that in them. And that is just, it's not hard work. It's heart work. And that's what a lot of people don't have. They don't have it in them to just give. It hurts when people say they don't want to drink Shakeology or they don't want to join our challenge groups, or somebody that you had so much potential, you've seen so much potential and they walk away. That hurts. I cried probably weekly in this business, but you have to kind of form a thick skin. And if you're a Beachbody lifer and you bleed Beachbody blue, then you're going to surpass all of that. And you're going to be the one standing at the end whenever, everybody else is like, oh God, I shouldn't have, I wish I would have stayed. So think about that. Don't let things happen by accident. Make sure you're putting action behind everything. Number 4, take time to analyze and plan ahead. Now, I'm used to be the pot calling the kettle black right now because I did not kind of have no type of calendars. And the only thing I had was whiteboards that I would post stuff on, but I would never really use them. But so plan ahead. Month, whether you're planning for the month or you're planning for your quarter. Like for me, I just have listened to what people said about the 12-week year because I listened to 15 minutes of it and I could not handle that. That was like way over my head. I'm like the personal development person that needs like, you're a badass girl code. Like I need that kind of personal development. I can't do business. I get very bored. And then what happens is I just don't do it. So this time I've been very intentional with my plans and I've actually focused with my team. We had one call. I said, you guys need to plan out your goals, whether it be I wanted them to do the month and I wanted them to come to the call with one big goal that they had for the year. And then our next call, we did like a reverse engineering of how to get to those goals. Because I know all of us, I've been there myself. I would just put up on my whiteboard, I want to hit Success Club 5 by the 15th and 10 by the end of the month. Okay, well, how are you going to get there? We've all said it. So you have to figure out, plan ahead. How are you going to get Success Club 15 by the end of the month? And that's what I did this month with my calendar. I made baby Success Club goal dates for my team so that they can break it down for them, like Success Club 3 by the 5th, Success Club 6 by the 10th. Like it's easier broken down that way because it's like it makes it much more doable. And I've just been much more intentional with that stuff. So if you have those type of goals on your vision board or whatever, if you have 5-star elite on your goal board, you better know how you're going to get there. You should have a plan, because if you don't have a plan or who your diamonds are going to be, I didn't even put elite on my board this year because I focused on it last year and I was way too focused on it and it totally ruined everything. So that's not even on my vision board this year. It's just getting to a certain point for me. And I feel like if I get to those points, everything else will fall into place. So you have to figure out, so let's say for your planning your week or your month, what is your focus for your week? So say this week you're going to be focused on, your sneak peek that's starting on Monday. So this week, if you're focusing on what's happening next Monday for your sneak peek, you need to be talking about that sneak peek at least 3 times this week. If you're starting a challenge group this coming Monday, you should be talking about that challenge group, if not every single day in some way, shape, or form. I use my workout post to publicize my challenge groups like crazy. I am constantly in my workout post saying, you should join us in our accountability group. There's tons of, I just randomly put it out there. And then they're just little jabs for when I do put that big post out there, the invite post. It's something that people have seen. So they're not like, oh, okay, what's she talking about? One thing, like I said, guys, focus, pay attention, plan. Planning is key. I never used to do it, but within just 30 some days of planning and planning it and actually have an action and reverse engineering those goals, it has done so much for me in just 30 some days. And that's why I want to talk to you guys about this, because it's been huge for me, because I am the most unorganized person there ever is. So, like I said, your focus for the week or your focus for your month, are your goals and your posts on Facebook, are they centralized around that focus? If you really want to recruit new coaches this month, then you can't just talk about coaching once or twice. If you want to recruit, whether your mission is to recruit coaches or it's not, or you just want to build a small team, it's a proven fact that people, especially our generation, needs to see something at least 7 to 10 times before it sticks. So if you're posting about coaching once in a month or the day before a sneak peek, you're not going to get people interested because they don't know what the heck you're talking about. And I know it gets so frustrating that you think that you throwing it in people's face, but you're not throwing it in anybody's face if you're being genuine in your post and you actually believe in what you're doing. So that's really all it is. Just take time to sit down, figure it out. Like I said, the pockets, work in your time of pockets, figure out what you want. What do you want out of the month of February? It's Team Cup month. What do you want? Do you want to reach diamond? Okay, so great. But how are you going to get there? And figure out how you're going to get there. If you have coaches that you are helping and they have goals, you as their coach should figure out how you're going to get them there. I sat down and figured out, okay, if I want to get 3 diamonds by a certain time, then I better be having one-on-one calls with them. I better be chatting with them weekly. That's stuff that I put on my own vision board. because I don't want them. I'm not using them just to get to a diamond status. I honestly and truthfully want them to see and reach their goals, because I want them to see the potential that this business has. So that's the kind of stuff you just need to think about. So number 5 is paying attention. I yell at my coaches for this all the time. Checking into your team page daily, checking your online office every single day. Those are 2 parts of your job. And in my opinion, checking your online office should freaking be a vital behavior, because I have coaches that ask me questions about the online office and I'm like, did you not look in there today? I mean, go in there and look. So I think that should be like a huge thing. I know for me, as soon as I wake up after I do my personal development, I log into my computer and my online office is the first place I check. And then I go and check into my team page to make sure there wasn't any questions. And if you're having an issue doing that, then you need to schedule, when you're making your plan, you need to schedule in times to your day that you're checking in with your team and checking your online office, because that daily news that they have there, latest news, it's updated every single day. And there's things in there that sometimes I'm guilty that I didn't know. But scheduling those times to check in there and paying attention. I'm sure your upline coaches are posting things in your team page daily. If you're missing anything, then, I almost made a boo-boo and asked Ashley what time her team call was. And right in her post that she did, it said 9 p.m. And I was like, well, thank God I looked, because I would have looked like a total idiot. But just paying attention. And that's the thing. Over and over, I have coaches that say things that, I've said already, or I look in your online office. That's just a huge thing. You guys will get, I'm telling you, if you're having trouble with that, you should check in the mornings. Set times for yourself, schedule times to check in with your online office and your team page, because as a coach, I'm not just talking about the latest news. You should be knowing where you sit with volume. You should be knowing, if you have a team, you should be knowing where your coaches are sitting with Success Club points or rank or whatever. Because all the time, if a lot of people aren't checking, and then Wednesday or Thursday comes and they're like, oh crap, what happened? So just pay attention. This is your business. If you weren't paying attention at your job and you were just all over the place and totally chaotic, I see somebody sitting at work. If she was not paying attention at work, and screwing stuff up, she'd probably get fired. So, you know what I mean? We don't have that. And I think that's the one sad thing that makes me upset, is that I wish we kind of did have somebody to hold us more accountable with our businesses. Because I think so many coaches just take it, nobody's going to know if I didn't do my POW hour, or nobody's going to know if I didn't check in, or, whatever. So nobody's going to know if I didn't work out. So that's the thing. You need to be your own accountability partner and be holding your own self accountable. So number 6, social media intention. So one huge thing for me, one thing I will say, and I don't usually give myself any credit in this business, because if you ask me anything about genealogy or anything like that, I would look at you like you're crazy, because I do not focus on that stuff. I focus on what is bringing me people, and focusing on my brand. My social media is like my baby. My Facebook is my baby. I am not afraid to share everything and anything on there. I really don't give a crap what anybody thinks about me. And that's probably where Trisha said I probably stood out in the crowd, because I really don't care what anybody has to say about me. I really don't. But so one thing I learned with my posting is, so if you follow me or you look at any of my posts, how I speak to you is how my posts will sound exactly. They have 50 million Y's after hey, because that is how I talk to people. I literally, when I am typing out my posts, I probably sound like a crazy person. If anybody would hear me, I read them back to myself to make sure that they sound like me, because I'm so guilty of getting ideas from other coaches and top coaches and stuff from posts. I mean, sometimes I tell my team all the time, I don't just come up with these amazing things. I do get ideas, but then I just turn them into my own, because like I said at the beginning, if you posted something that Ashley or Trisha posted, it's not going to be your words, and you're going to attract people that are not your tribe. So that is one huge thing that worked for me. You may think that's crazy, but if you are having an issue with that and being genuine, talk out your posts before you post them. Read it. And plus, you probably should do that anyways because you should be checking. Some people should be spell checking. So, yeah. And like I said, guys, all your posts should be they should be genuine. You should be genuinely every single day sharing your life and your journey. That's our job. It's to share us. We are not selling Beachbody. We're selling us. That's the only, if you feel salesy about selling yourself, but I mean, that doesn't really sound very good, but whatever, you're selling you and your brand. That's what you want to attract people to you. People are attracted to me because honestly, most people do tell me because of my big personality and because I have a super cute dog. So our job is to share our lives and our journeys, not to sell challenge packs. To me, that's just my motto. I don't sell challenge packs to people. A lot of people ask me how I get to Success Club every month because I don't really give people the option of buying anything else because I do lead with the challenge pack because I know that is the full service that they're going to get all the success with. They're not going to see, if you're just spending $60 on a workout program, you're going to sit it on the shelf like everybody here probably at some point has, and you're never going to do it no matter how many times I tagged you in a challenge group and ask you if you did it. If you spent $200 or you spent $199 or you spent $160, you're more apt to use it. I know I was. So that's the thing. And like I said before, guys, the stock photos, and I don't know everybody on here, and I'm not accusing anybody of it, but if you've ever used one or if you are using stock photos, please don't. They are created for Beachbody to do things for them, and to put, like, the logos aren't bad if they don't have a background and stuff, but please do not use the 21-day fix challenge pack thing with a bag of Shakeology. No, use your own stuff. Take a picture of you. People want to see you. They see enough of Autumn whenever she's dancing around in her sports bras. They don't need to see her again. So, and honestly, like I said, you're selling your brand. You can take a funny picture with your Shakeology or your containers and how you do them, whatever, or go live talking about it and how the containers work, because so many people get those containers and I'm like, what the hell do you want me to do with these things? So seriously, talk to people. That's what people want. They want you to talk to them. And if you're going live, be intentional when you go live. Just don't go on there and just babble to people. Talk to them because you want to engage people, honestly. Again, you don't want people to think you're like chaotic, crazy. And like I said, share only pics that you took, other than like I make sure like my personality comes out. I'm at least once a day or every other couple of days, I'm sharing some kind of funny meme about Target or wherever. But I seen some lady today at Target and she was like, you're not going in there and buying what you came for. I'm like, you're probably right. But that's people who I know, they know that is me because that's what I put out there on social media. So my social media is balanced to the point where I am just I'm a positive light. You will never hear me complain about politics, anything like that. I'm intentional when I post because I want people to want to keep coming back to my page. And every single post, like a huge thing, social media is my thing. I love it. Well, like I said, I'm intentional. When I'm posting pictures of the dog, as silly as that is, everybody might go, well, your page, I went to it. It's like nothing about Beachbody. Well, I post with intention with him because when I am lacking in, traction or whatever, I will post a picture of him, something funny, and then people love on it. And then guess what? They're liking and commenting on it. And then I pop back up into their newsfeed more often because they're liking my stuff. So kids, dogs, people love them, you guys. Use them to your advantage. I use him. I exploit him. And he doesn't care. But honestly, it's a simple thing. And your husband's working out with you. When my husband works out with me, everybody loves that. I'm like, I guess I'm just like a ploy to I'm just here. Nobody cares about me. So yeah, just use your social media to just be your sneak peek and just brand yourself. You're not selling Beachbody. You just need to share how Beachbody has changed your life. And when you're posting your post, be intentional with that. And don't just post because, oh, well, here's my workout. I worked out today. Did you? No. Add some value behind that. You know what I mean? Whether it's not a couple moves that you did in your workout or whatever it is, add some type of value so you want people to keep coming back. When I did Country Heat, people came to my page because they wanted to see me make an idiot out of myself every day. Or they liked, see me dancing. I was confused in the one dance and I didn't know what I was doing. And the one girl was like, I really prefer the smiling faces. I'm like, okay, I'm sorry. I didn't know what I was doing. So yeah, just that, but I have people that just keep coming back because I keep it interesting. So if you're in it, let your personality shine. I just let my one coach who was struggling, she goes, I don't know what I'm doing. And I honestly looked at her and I said, you're filtering yourself and you're holding yourself back. You need to let you shine. You're filtering your personality because I think you're afraid what people are going to think. And that's what's holding you back. So she's starting to come out of her shell, and she, sold her first BOD challenge pack. So, and it was a simple thing of just not filtering yourself. Who cares what anybody thinks? Out of the 10 people that you help, one of those people might thought you were trying to sell them something. Everybody, if you have good intentions and you're genuine about it, they're going to know that you want to help them. So lastly, if you're not good at something but wish you were, learn it. Honestly, you guys, your upline, it is their job to teach you the basics of Beachbody. And I can't remember, I think it was on one of our diamond calls, Ash, somebody just said that Christina Delgado said, I will help, period. You run your business. And it couldn't be any more blunt than that. I mean, your upline is there to help you and to guide you and teach you the ways, but it's your job to run your business. If you want to learn something new, or if you want to do something, if you're not good at social media, then go get some training. If you're, if your coaches are running a social media training, do it. It's as simple as that. It's your job to create your brand. It's not your coach's job to create your brand. They give you the tools of what kind of stuff to post and how to post it. It's your job to make it you. And that to me is just like huge, because I said it on January, whatever it was, our first team call of the year. I looked at my team and I said, I'm going to take 1000% ownership for you guys being leaners and not leaders this year, because I did everything for you. And if you're new coaches or you're veteran coaches, a huge tip for me to take away, if you take nothing else from my babble tonight, do not handhold your coaches. You will create monsters, and they will never leave you alone, and they will never be the diamonds or the leaders that you want them to be, because they expect you to do everything for them. And last year, I did not push my coaches towards their goals, and I didn't make them earn time with me for one-on-ones. I didn't make them, send me their business activity trackers or their tracking before we did one-on-ones. I didn't customize our one-on-ones and make sure that they were organized or structured. I just kind of let them get on the phone and beat my ear. So don't do that with your team. Start now, create, do not handhold them, because the thing is you want them to be leaders at some point. And if you're doing everything for them, you're just holding them back. I know I'm not even a mom, but I have that instinct where I'm like, I want to help. But when you're messaging me at 8:30, 9 o'clock at night and asking me what customer services number is, I'm sorry, I'm not going to answer you. You can find it yourself, because there's just no reason for that. And that goes back to checking the online office daily. If you're a coach and you don't know coach relations number, I probably can help you. So yeah, that's about all I have.
Oh my God, this was like the best call ever. I was seriously, if my volume was up, you would have heard me cracking up the entire call, because it's so true. And like you said, it's so, like, I can say it till I'm blue in the face, but like you come and say it with your own mind, and it's like, oh my God, yes, it's so true. So does anybody have any questions for Jenn or comments or anything? Definitely I'll post her Facebook link, but I want you to go just look at her social media. Like she said, don't go and copy and paste everything, but definitely get some inspiration if you are like feel uneasy about social media and you're not sure how to share your brand or how to share yourself. She does it really so perfectly, like in her brand. She's herself. It's her personality. Like she said, she talks like how you talk, and so I'll post a link for that so you guys can check out her page. But
don't copy my stuff. Your friends might think you're crazy.
Yeah. But anybody have any questions for Jenn or any comments or anything?
I just want to say thanks. I think it was a really good call. I think it was a good call for coaches that have been around a lot, but I think it's also a good call for some newer coaches. Sometimes it's the things that we want to say to our coaches. I know Trishan was like, this is what I want to say to my coaches. Sometimes it's stuff you want to say to your coaches, but you're almost too scared to say it. So I thought this was a great call. Or you'll say it, but maybe you're candy coating it a little bit too much or something like that, so they're not really hearing it. So I think this call said what we all want to be saying to our coaches or need to be saying to our coaches, and they'll be able to actually hear it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, because it does. And, so many times I know everybody's probably been afraid. Like, I'm afraid. I was afraid last year to tell my coaches that they needed to do things to get one-on-one calls times with me. And I'm like, well, and we're not going to sit and you're going to beat my ear bitch about Beachbody for 45 minutes. We're going to actually structure, because that's not getting us anywhere. You got to come with something if you want my time. You got to give me something for me to give you something. And, last year I was just putting out all this time, and, I don't give to get. But if I'm with, we want to build leaders and they're complaining they're not reaching their goals, well, because you're not doing anything in return. So, yeah, honestly, if you guys have any questions, anything, feel free. I don't mind. I'm an open book. So.
Thanks, Jen. That was amazing, really. And I posted in my page the other day, you shared the calendar, and I said, what business, what company, what work shares their hard work with anyone? And that was actually my words. So, and that goes along just with this call. Your hard work and what you've done and how you've acted this past year. And I mean, look at all the notes, or the comments. So, I meant what I said when I met you, on that call a couple of years ago. So well done. Thanks. Thank you. And I enjoy following you. I've unfollowed lots of coaches because it overwhelms me. I haven't unfollowed you. So just because I enjoy and I enjoy the raw Jen, and I enjoy who you are and what you have to say and how you say it. So,
well, thank you. I appreciate that. Honestly, yeah, if you guys down the road, anything, you have questions on social media, anything like that, I'm happy to help. I love
that. I love that. I think you're going to do great things this year, and I can't wait to see it.
Oh, thank you.
Anybody else have anything they want to add or ask, or while we have Jen with us now? All right, well, I won't take up any more of your time, Jen. Thank you so much. I have a page of notes, and I'm so excited to be excited again. And I know you said that last year was hard. It was really hard for a lot of people overall, so I'm so happy that you put it out there that coaching is not hard. And I loved that you said coaching is hard work and not hard work. And that just I did a live video on our team page today, just, saying it's not, you just have to do the work. I'll show you whatever, I'll give you whatever training, I'll do whatever I can, but you have to do it. You can't say oh, it didn't work for me. I hit Success Club and I grew my business, but it didn't work if you don't put in the actual work. So
yeah, exactly. I mean, we overthink it way too much. We've all been there. I do it myself still, but
yeah.
Awesome. Gotta ride the waves.
Yeah, that's what I said, ebb and flow. Awesome. Yes. All right, well, I love you, girl. Thank you so much for doing this.
Guys.
I will let you go.
All right, thanks for having me.
All right, guys.
Bye.